school holidays are upon us and many families will be taking their pets on long car trips with them. But what do you need to know before bundling the dog into the vehicle with the kids for a holiday? Our vet, Dr Leigh joins us now with all of the do's and don'ts of travel with pets. Morning, Leigh, and it's Abby, is it?
It is Abby. Hi, Basil.
Abby's well behaved.
She is. She is.
Does she like getting on the road?
Look, she loves going on travel, to travel with her parents, and there's a few do's and don'ts that I really want to discuss. Yeah, so the big number one thing is to actually always ensure that you've got a collar with an identification tag on, so that if they do get away from you, then people can know exactly who owns them.
Yes.
So identification's number one, and I always recommend that you actually check in the pet registry that your contact details are up to date. The other thing is making sure that they're well secured in the car, because it is actually a legal responsibility to have a dog that's actually has a seatbelt. Yeah,
so that's interesting, because we often see dogs, or at least it feels like we drive past cars and the dogs aren't tethered down or aren't restrained in any way, but it's actually a legal requirement that they are, including the back of utes, I think, Leigh.
Yes, so whether they're in the car or in the back of the ute, it's absolutely imperative that they are secured, because not only can the dog get pushed out and, you know, have an accident itself, we don't want them running around our legs, we don't want them disrupting us in the car as well.
A bit like kids, is it ever okay to leave a dog in a parked car?
Yeah, look, you've got to remember that cars are like a greenhouse. They heat up very quickly, so even on a day that's, say, 26 degrees Celsius, within 30 minutes, that car is actually can get up to 40 degrees.
So dangerous, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, so don't do that. Do dogs get car sick?
Dogs can get car sick. You often see it more in puppies, because they don't actually have their inner ear hasn't developed properly. So if your dog has a tendency towards car sickness, I always say leave the window down a little bit, because that helps with airflow as well as equalising the pressure. And don't feed them for a good couple of hours before you actually do take that trip.
Look at Abby, ready to go, ready for her next road trip. Here's a fun little idea. This ad, we wanted to show you this. This ad premiered yesterday. I'm not sure if you saw it at the AFL Grand Final, advertising donuts for dogs with silly names like Tasty Homework and Chewy Tennis Ball. Are treats a good distraction for dogs while they're travelling?
Look, they can be. Some dogs may cause them to be sick. So you just got to work it out with your own pet. Like, definitely it can help them a little bit.
And what about stopping, just like adults, when you're on the road trip? Do you need to stop to let them do what the adults need to do at the servo?
Yep. So if you've got to think about it, like if we stop every 2 or 3 hours for stretch our legs and to have a toilet break, same goes for our pets. So it's always a good idea to do that.
Do you think Abby would like the donuts?
I think Abby would love a donut.
Yeah,
have we got any?
Well, we haven't got any, but at least we know that Abby might want to go down that path when next on the road. Thanks, Leigh. That was really good advice.
Excellent.
Thank you very much. Here's mine.
Oh, that was cruel of you, Baz, to have offered that.